I know that, humanly speaking, I should be messed up severely because of my background. The only reason that that is not the case is because of the grace of God. We had a car accident when I was a child. My whole family was involved in the accident, and the accident resulted in the death of one of my grandmothers and my two younger brothers. I grew up in a broken home. My dad did drugs. We lived in East Los Angeles, a poor neighborhood. There were Hell's Angels on the corner fighting with police. There was all kinds of crime everywhere. There was danger everywhere. Once the funeral for my brothers was passed, my parents divorced. I never saw my father again. And my mother began to try to take care of my sister and I on her own. She worked 2 jobs and she struggled. And she would get drunk and she would leave us alone for weeks at a time. She became physically abusive when she was home drinking. We grew up hating her. I used to feel the hatred somehow in my body. I could feel it like it was something growing in my stomach. The drinking got so bad and the abuse got so bad that my sister and I both ended up in the hospital. She cut my sister with a knife from elbow to wrist on the inside of her arm, and my sister almost bled to death. My mother hit me in the head with a chair and gave me a concussion. My grandparents, who were aware of our situation, petitioned the court to take custody of us, and we went to live in their home from then on. A very different environment. They owned a farm in Arkansas. They were hardworking, they were honest, they knew the Lord, and it was a remarkable difference to me from what I had always known. I learned how to work hard. I learned how to take care of horses and cattle. I learned how to drive a tractor. I learned how to mow lawn, to do hay, to cut wood. I learned how to hunt, and it was a wonderful experience for me. Not long after going to live with them, I remember hearing the gospel. The preacher was preaching on the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, how he suffered and how he died and how he rose again, and that if I was to be accepted by God, I would need to accept Jesus, because the death of Christ is the only thing that God accepts in payment for sin. And I knew that I needed to be forgiven, so I embraced the forgiveness of Jesus. I remember one day being in my room, and it occurred to me that I didn't hate my mother anymore. It was just gone. I didn't do anything to try to get rid of it. I didn't pray to try to have it removed. It was just gone. That was one of the most powerful evidences to me that God was at work in my life, and he had in fact changed me. I think God does that. People don't have to worry about God fixing their life. You know, he's already fixing it. He used my grandparents. He used their love. He used their faith to fix me. Sorry. I didn't have to consciously worry that I was not going to be messed up because of my childhood. I was able to heal silently over the years as I was growing up. And I know that God absolutely, he orchestrated everything. He fixed me. I do know from my own circumstances that God can repair a broken life. He absolutely does.